You're triggered for
You
it.
guys are not joking. Me, I was gaslit. I was told I'm controlling. Why am I asking where he is? Why do I have to know everywhere he's going? I'm like, yo, I don't even care who you're meeting, whether it's a woman or a man. Like, just
let me
You
know.
can't tell me you're running errands
Yeah.
and yet you're going to meet with a chick who I like. I
Let's
have no
start
problem with. I
there.
don't think it is happening.
How much should a man share? Are there things a man should not say to you or tell you?
Yeah, about his other women.
Welcome to Beyond Church Walls podcast. My name is Mr. Cole. I have on set
Kenya Jui Maria
Maria wa Kenya Jui. Kutoka wapi Kinagofu.
Can I go?
Warufaga.
And the one and only,
Kerry Kigiri, all the way from LGT, punguza mahewa makarako kwa horizon.
who is very triggered
Yeah.
because people are not communicating clearly.
I just feel like people are not honest with where they're at and
Okay.
what they really want.
All right.
And this is why
Yes.
when you make a commitment or you want to make a commitment to someone,
Yes.
just be ready to make the commitment to them. There's an essence of vulnerability that's really missing in relationships where you end up not really knowing the person and you walk on eggshells. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but it's very scary to think that, you have this hope for like maybe one day this person will trust me.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to do this and this and that. But if someone is not ready for a relationship, guys, they're not ready. They might be in a season where they want marriage. That's a whole different thing than being ready to commit to a human being
Okay.
and have a relationship. And I don't know, maybe I'll start with you. I know it's your moderating, but I have a
Yes.
question for you as a guy.
Okay.
Do you struggle to just be honest with your whereabouts and with your plans? And I'm asking this question with the context of
Yes.
because you're the man, so you should not be questioned.
I hear you. For a long time, that used to be a problem. When we were dating, and sometime when we even got married, I don't know what usually makes men feel so, is it uncomfortable or unhappy, being asked, "Where are you?" or giving detail. And it's so crazy because I have been in moments where when our friends maybe have come over and I'm telling a story about something that happened yesterday or earlier in the week, and there's so much detail, and Karen is like,
Wait a minute.
you didn't tell me that much. So when I'm asked how was your day like? I got to the office in the morning, did a few things, went for recording, then I came home. But I respond to that question differently when my friends are there. And so I ask myself, why do I feel uncomfortable to give details, especially when she asks? And it's interesting that I think it's a sense of, it's some kind of ego that makes you feel like having to give updates about everything you're doing and what you're up to ni kukaliwa.
It's a nuisance.
Yes. And that's a childish mentality to carry into marriage, because you're going to lose so much at the expense of a very petty thing.
Maria, have you experienced this?
I have, and I've experienced also the other side where this guy was giving me a lot of information, and at some point I felt, hey, you're telling me too much. But I think it's because I don't know the main reason why they get to do that.
Yeah.
But when someone genuinely loves you and wants you to be in their spaces,
Yeah.
they tell you stuff flawlessly. It just flows. They just like, you know how this guy could call me in the morning when I get to work, have you gotten to work? Like he really wanted details. Ulipanda mat gani, ulikaa wapi? Like he could tell me, and he ushered me into that. He could ask me, but then again also answer. I decided today to take an Uber. I got this guy, we were talking about this, we got to this place, and it was very new to me because it's like, where?
Because you're used to toxicity.
Hey.
The thing is,
Umezoea ni aje?
Yeah.
Leo sitaka mapema. Tulikuwa tumit, by then nilikuwa kumit leo. By the way there was a lot of by the ways. Ilikuwa but this one, it was, do you remember today and then you know how you're like when you're meeting, sema tuna meet leo, tutaanza kuongea asubuhi
Na bado mna meet.
na bado tuna meet.
Na ukatilia mtu.
the
Kuna
thing
vitu
is,
zingine communication
yes,
was good with him, but kuna vitu zingine pia
Watu wenye
there
watapewa
are
tu
people
perfect. Hi.
there are people
Hi, perfect Maria.
thing is, for some men, not all, for some men, there are people who affirm their authority in the fact that I don't have to tell you, or that you can't question me. It's a skewed way of looking at it. So what makes you feel like a man or in control is the fact that you can be where you want to be, you can meet whoever you want to meet, and you don't owe anybody an explanation. But that's not how it should be. It's not supposed to be that way. When you've brought someone to your life, there is a level of emotional connection you've established. It is only fair that you take care of their emotions. You cannot keep someone in the house who knows you went to work, wamewasha TV, wanasikia kuna accident imetokea Westlands. They know that's your route.
Hawajui kama ni wewe.
They can't tell, they call you,
They
they can't
don't
find you on
care.
phone. It doesn't have to get there.
At some point in life, I figured, or I thought to myself, I may be wrong, but if you're really even struggling to talk to me, how is your relationship with God even?
Oh.
If communication is a problem
Come on,
to you,
sister.
you
Mkona
see,
baya leo.
but it's true.
Yeah.
You see, if you create time for God because you love God, and God loves you, even when Jesus was around, many are the times that angeenda kuomba, and he created that time because he had a relationship with the Father.
Yes.
If you can't even create mimi, the earthly person, the earthly human who is here, how about someone you actually do not even see?
I see.
Because of course you're talking about us being in the Christian side and us being
Kerry,
in church.
what would clarity in communication look like for you?
It
from
would
a man?
mean first of all, even before you approach me,
Yes.
who are ready.
Mhm.
Number 2, don't take offense, because I feel like there's this area of how you see people that makes you respond to them in a certain way.
Yeah.
Kuna mtu anauliza, Kerry, where were you? Nimuulize, ai. But me as your partner, when I ask you, where were you? I just want to know where you were. I'm not asking you so that I accuse you. I'm not asking, like, already you're already guilty, you're afraid. So what's the issue?
Yeah.
I'm not asking you where you were as, to make you
Micromanaging.
less
Yeah.
of a person. Like, imagine sometimes even, and I was having a conversation with one of the guys who I was talking to, and I said to him, okay, but if we are talking and I ask you, what did you do today? I'm not asking you so that I get information, so that I use it. Someone is so skewed with their mind.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm talking an abusive relationship. Me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking you because that's a genuine progression of a conversation. We will sit and say, hi, have you been in here? So what are you up to? I'm not asking you so that you tell
Yeah.
so already I just feel like you meet some people and their walls are so up. For me right now, that's a flag. Like when
You
I just
see-
see someone whose walls are up,
Yes.
for like, I just,
It's a maroon
I
flag.
just went to Tao.
It's a pink flag.
And the story imeenda.
But also for men are very abstract.
Uh-huh.
Men don't talk about themselves, they talk about things. Men can have a 2 hours conversation about football or Formula 1 or the expressway or politics.
And none of them.
But when it boils down to, so how are you? There are problems there. We do not know how to talk about us. We don't know how to talk about our feelings. And that's very important. And I don't know why men usually have a fear. If I'm vulnerable in this way, I'm going to expose myself, and so on and so forth. It should be, if I'm planning to do life with you, I need to begin to get comfortable to open up certain spaces.
And if you're not by there, you can just say, hey, babe, I feel like I'm not able to talk to this. That's even a better place to be than making someone, now, automatically, unfortunately, with now women. Let me tell you about us.
Yes.
Hannes, let's tell them. We tell them. We tell them.
I'm here to take it
Our mind will go everywhere.
in. Yeah.
Yani the fact that like, so no, you don't talk to me, you don't tell me, like, it's already, even now you're what's that, even him, those thoughts you're thinking, you already umeenda to
You
go
have
like,
a
eh,
mountain of issues that
we're
you...
not friends. Like, there's so many things that will come to your mind. And then now it just makes the place so uncomfortable and unhealthy. Like, if you just can't have a conversation with someone, I don't know if it builds over time. There's someone who tried to convince me, like, you just relax, it'll build over time. I'm like, so but tu mtu mwenye tunaelewana, cause mimi nishaimit na mtu tunaelewana na tunaongea. Na tunaongea mpaka tuko like, sasa tumeongelea everything and anything na bado kuna story.
I see.
So anyway, and that's not always, it's gonna be always that way, but there's still an open channel. It's an open channel. It's not closed, it's not guarded, it's not yeah, there's an open channel. That's it.
Maria, umesema uliwahi date msee alikuwa anakupatia TMI.
I liked it.
What are the limits? How much should a man share? Are there things a man should not say to you or tell you?
Yeah, about his other women.
This guy really shared a lot.
Yes.
It made me have a sense of security.
Yeah.
Because I felt if you're able to tell me your dirty of things, your ugliest of things that you've done, I'm not going to get shock. A woman is not going to appear there and I feel, na huko niambia kuhusu Kerry na ameappear. And those times I felt like this particular person really, I've made this particular person trust me enough to give me such information, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly. And I don't know if we are the ones who triggers those things of you cannot trust us because we'll use that against you. But I think it's a very lame excuse. When you have someone in a space and in a relationship, I think you need to open your whole self, because now you don't bring whatever had happened to you because ule dem aliwahi nitenda ama nini. Sasa umeleta into this relationship, utaki kuniambia ndo nisikutende, so you're living in fear. I think it's a space where we need to, men, even if there's a way men are wired, yes, but also when you're with someone, this particular person, I'm not like her and she's not like me. We are both women, yes, but we differ in terms of character, maybe personality, maybe temperaments. So it doesn't mean that you ought to put yourself or coil yourself to how you treated Kerry or how Kerry treated you, so you come with it to me. You cannot put the new wine into an old wine skin. You have to choose. I think it's a choice that men make. I need to talk to this woman to this point. I need to talk to her to this. Have you ever been in a certain space where couples are, and then Karen is the one finishing the sentences for you, whether it was bad and ugly? Yeah. Karen said, by the way, and it it feels so good because there's a sense of openness, there's a sense of there's closure,
no
there's openness. Yeah, so when the other people, even if Karen rakuja ambiwe kuhusu dem fulani, maybe Karen anajua, so hata kwa shocked aseme he tutaenda tukifika home tutaongelea hiyo story, you get.
I think Pastor Precious ashaituambia vile anafungukanga tu roho safi, because usipofunguka it will just come back to
inajua tu
bite you
kujipeleka
vizuri. But I think na relationships, na marriages, na all that, these things, they take some really, really good time to build.
It's true. It's not
The
a
sense is that the marriage we're hoping for, the relationship we're hoping for, it's 10 years from now. It's there, it's available, but it takes time to get there. I don't think it's an automatic thing. And so that thing we talked about earlier, just patience, just consistency, just staying in there and figuring it out together. I feel like we just have to decide to go through it at the very end.
To tell you the truth, I think sacrifices, as we conclude, making sacrifices is a very important aspect of a relationship, which many people don't actually think about. Sometimes you have to give up the desire to always be right, or the desire that I'm always this way. Mi sikwangi mse wa details. So we nikubalie vile niko. Sometimes we have to come to a place where we ask ourselves, what will it cost me to build something beautiful with this person? What will it cost me? I need to break some walls, I need to open up my space, I need to start warming up to that idea, because it's crazy that you want to build something nice, but you don't want to get down to the dirt and dig the trenches and lay your formwork. So
communicate, ongeeni tu. Ongea, it won't harm. I think information is power. Itakunini? Itakusaidia mahali. Itakuokolea.
I think God can help us, because some of the things, watu watch so much toxicity, they've become that person. My dad never used to tell my mom. My mom never used to do this. So imekuwa like, why are we expecting? Una expect kwa nini ni? Why do you expect me to do it? But God will help us all. Now that we know. Oh yeah, the rule always, if you know better, do better. If you know better,
wind it down better. For us doing better, knowing better.
See you soon.